I believe everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a song to sing. And I'm here to share my journey thus far. And hopefully by the end of my talk, it'll be a story that you would like to remember and a song you would want to sing. And I'm going to make you sing in between. I was born into a musical family, and I can proudly say that we are 5 generations of pianists. My great-grandmother learned, thank you. My great-grandmother learned how to play the piano from the American missionaries. My grandmother, till her passing away this year, when she was 94, she was playing the piano. My dad and his brother learned how to play the piano, never pursued as a career. After that, it's me and my cousin who is pursuing a full-time career in music. And now we see our little nephews and nieces happily, I hope, taking music lessons. So that makes us 5 generations of pianists. Thank you. Growing up in our grandparents' home, like whenever we had our holidays, it was filled with joy, laughter, and of course music. My grandmother, she would be playing the piano and she would gather all the grandchildren and we would be singing, learning songs, and just having a wonderful family bonding time. There was this particular family dinner night that I want you to picture, doing the same usual thing that our family loved to do. Grandma at the piano, everybody's singing. And there was this particular hymn that my grandmother was playing. It was the hymn, Savior Like a Shepherd. So after all the singing was done, everybody moved to the other room for dinner. And there was this boy who picked up this singing and music and the piano sound. And it was me, by the way. Sorry to break the suspense. I went and I started playing the piano. And everybody was curious and wondering, where is that sound coming from? Who is that person playing the piano? Because the concert pianist of the night, my grandmother, already started to eat in the other room. Then when they came out, they saw this young boy playing. So shocked at first, but they also realized that I had a gift in me. And they found me a piano tutor as my 6th year birthday gift. So I think that's the best birthday gift. So I began my music lessons under a wonderful lady called Nicolo Tsuzu. After some months, I was taken under the care of Mrs. Margaret Shishak, a American music missionary to Nagaland. So grateful to them for sowing that seed in me. Till my 12th, I was in Nagaland. The usual go to school, by the way, was so bad in studies. I would even fail in drawing. So music was my comfort, my solace, my refuge, tower of strength, however you want to put it. So I would always just go to school. On Saturdays, go for my music lessons. Sundays, play in church. Other days, if I'm invited to play, I would go and play at weddings or events like that. So till my 12th, it was that usual norm. So as I grew older and as I started enjoying and learning music, I wanted to pursue this as a career. But let me tell you, music was always labeled as a hobby. It was never a career. But then something in me really gave me that motivation that I should pursue this as a career. And in a way, going back to my introduction, thanks to my family for believing in the power of music, gift of music. My parents, they sent me to a music college in Singapore where I studied piano as my major with composition, conducting, and voice as my minor subjects. But little did I know, it was not just the fascination of going to a foreign country. It was like also realizing and discovering the joy as well as the challenges of pursuing classical music. It's not easy, and I'll also tell you why maybe later. So There I was exposed to wonderful musicians, I had wonderful music tutors. It was my first experience to listen to an orchestra. And as a music student, we were asked to attend concerts on student discount tickets, and we would just go and write a feedback of the concerts that we attended. At that time, I would tell myself, oh, Nise, one day, how I wish I can also be a concert pianist, travel the world. That time it was just about the fame and glory, let me tell you honestly. Just wanted that. After my time in Singapore was done, I came back to Nagaland. But maybe some of you would know, things weren't happening as such musically back home. That's when I decided to go up to Delhi, seeking for greener pastures. And that's when and where I started teaching at various different music schools. It was also the time when I got to get some concert gigs, as I had hoped and prayed for. And I was having a good life, I should say. I collaborated with a lot of musicians from abroad, from Delhi-based choirs and musicians. And I would not say there was a void in me, but it was at that time I felt the need to find my sound, my identity. They say to measure the value of diamond, there are 3 S's. I could be wrong, but let me just share whatever I have learned. They say it's size, shape, and shine. 3, shape, size, and shine. So at that point, me being like in my early 20s, a little bit over smart, I decided to come up with my own 3 S's as a musician. It was the sound that I wanted to create and discover and create. The sincerity that I have to put into my craft. And the third was the souls I want to win with my gift. Thank you. Thank you. So around that time, I was part of a community, and let me tell you about this wonderful vocal band called the Tetio Sisters from Nagaland. They were also part of that community, the NCF Delhi. So every time I would listen to them sing, clad in their wonderful traditional and colorful attires, I would be so intrigued and fascinated. And I was telling myself, wow, this music is something else. So I decided to put this burden upon myself. How do I blend Naga folk music with my classical music training? And when we talk about blending, I believe that it is not choosing one or the other. It is about embracing both and to let both worlds speak honestly. And then I decided to add some folk elements to some Western classical harmony, and that was when I was able to compose a lot of Naga folk-inspired choral music. And till this day, it gives me so much joy to hear so many choirs across the world singing some of these compositions. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So when we talk about especially bringing 2 different elements so strong in their own character and in their own rights, let's say, I came out with this. I thought it should be a conversation, not an argument. These 2 different worlds should be able to have a wonderful conversation. Then we will be able to create something beautiful for everybody to imbibe and everybody to enjoy. So I think around that time, I believe I found the sound that I was looking for. And in finding that sound, I also found my identity. Not just as a musician, but also as a citizen, as a human being. That I can be both. I can be very Western in my foundation and maybe in my training, and also be very proud of my Naga roots. you. Yeah, thank you so much. Some of you may ask me, what are the distinctions between these two? Western classical music, they've been around for like centuries, and Naga folk music. I always say Western classical music gave me structure and discipline. Naga folk music gave me freedom and soul. And bringing these two components together, something magical happened. I would want to believe in that. In classical music, as a classical musician, gosh, you have no idea the number of hours and days and months you have to practice, and trying to find the right fingering, the right tone, touch, phrasing, interpretation, you name it, so that we are able to honor the composer's vision. On the other hand, Naga folk music is free in a way. It is not just a mere performance. It is storytelling, it is culture, it is history, it is identity. And I think that is so beautiful. Now, classical music is definitely written. That's how we're able to even play the music of Mozart and Beethoven. Because we know exactly, almost exactly, how they wanted that particular piece to be played. Well, in Naga folk music, it's not written. It is carried, the Naga folk music is carried in the voices of our elders, the rhythms of daily chores, the sounds of rivers and forests. It doesn't have a score. It is memory, improvisation, and community. And I think that makes it truly special. I am also reminded of a saying where it says, art imitates life. Music is art. And I think even in our life, we keep evolving, hoping to become a better human being each day, each step. Just like that, I also believe that art should evolve. Art is dynamic, it is not static. Just like that, we should be able to bring in a Naga motif and take something from a totally different world and just mix them together. So on that note, actually, I want to try this musical exercise with all of you. There's this very famous musical motif from the Chakasang Naga tribe, where maybe this side, you can go, ah. Can I hear you sing that? Ah, go, everybody go. And you can go, ah, ah, go, ah. And you can just divide as however you want to. So, ah, ah, okay, go. Ah, ah. Can you hold that note? Just sustain the note until it is your turn to sing again. Yeah? Go. Ah, ah, ah. Can I hear you sing louder? Otherwise, this whole example would have no proof, no points, okay? Let's just keep on doing that until I stop you. Go. Ah, ah, ah. Keep doing that. Okay. I think we need you all to, clear your throat and just sing louder. Okay, so aha, then we get aha, aha. Is that okay? Aha, go. Aha, aha, aha. Keep on doing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. See, example, something like that. Then you can all also go ho, ho, hi, yo. Ho, hi, yo. Ready, go. Ho, ho, hi, yo. Ho, hi, yo. Ho, hi, yo. And we can go. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee. Yes. Okay. We will have a full singing session after this talk. But thank you, just to give you some examples. So that is how you can sort of blend in. I do not have my instrument right now where I can explain this further and better, but just to cite some examples, that is how you can do it. When I was approached with this topic, original by nature. I think being original was never about reinventing the wheel. It was about returning and coming back to my roots. Because there's a saying, the deeper the roots, the stronger the tree. To be original, maybe we try so hard to be different, to be quirky, to be outrageous, so that people notice us. But I think to be actually original is to be yourself completely, authentically, and courageously. And I think that defines us as being original people. I also just would like to share a quote of mine. And to me, it is very personal and also profound, and I hope it speaks to you. So music is art, as I mentioned earlier. So the saying goes like this. No, before I quote my quote, we could work harder than anyone else. We may have all the trainings that we need, but I think we need to be good human beings first of all. So the quote goes something like this. Your art can only be beautiful as your heart. I repeat, your art can only be beautiful as your heart. Thank you. May we all continue to carry and nurture a beautiful heart, because I believe in doing so, that becomes the core and catalyst of all our aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my story. This is my song, Soli Deo Gloria. Thank you very much.